And welcome again to the Headline I am your host, Larry H. Gardner. We are here, and the H stands for another hot one. It don't stand for Hulk Hogan. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But WNRV108.1.com, Nerve DJs, we get on your nerves. We have another great guest for you as far as running in the city of Cleveland. Pretty much this lady's glow is pretty much everywhere. So the thing about it is, like, before I get into it, I understand the human T-Rex is on the ones and twos, but I'm just going to get right into it before we start. First of all, I know that there was a couple of people that passed away. One of those was a jazz musician, but the main one, after Malcolm Jamal Warner was tragically killed in an accident in Costa Rica with his family. Of course, Ozzy Osbourne passed away. Wrestling iconic, great Hulk Hogan, aka who was known as Terry Bollea, passed away at age 71 from a heart attack. Now, I got my two, like, the thing about it is, before everybody, I know about the racist rants when he said something about his daughter dating a black man. I know about those. I also know about what he said. He supported Trump during his run and things of that nature. I'm going to get to the Donald in a minute because, you know, J.D. Vance was here. So please, I hope the city of Canton covered their couches while J.D. was here. Just saying. But as far as Hogan is concerned, I know he said a lot of racist stuff, and a lot of people said that, you know, why forgive him and things of that nature and blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. I understand where you're coming from, but here's the thing. The man's dead now. There's no more harm he can do. People, you know, gave him a pass. But the thing about giving that pass is that you have other people that will not do it. You can feel the way that you want to feel. You can feel the way that you want to feel. But the thing about it is, don't tell others how to feel the way they want to feel either. As far as African American man, you know, I grew up watching the man, the rock and wrestling, just like everybody else. Later on in life, when you grow up, when things change, so do your interests change. And the thing about it is like, when your interests change and when you see somebody that is not following what you lead, you just leave them be. So when Hulk Hogan said that racist stuff, that I was upset, yeah, but I just left him be. The Hulk Hogan, the character, may live over there, but, you know, if you want to separate the two, fine. Hulk Hogan was the character. Terry Bollea was the man behind the character. Here's the thing. I don't have a heaven or hell to put him in. And I pray for his family. They're sad about it. But as far as I'm concerned, it is what it is. Speaking of it is what it is, since Donald Trump will not release the Epstein files and the Republicans are blocking it in the White House and stuff like that, so Trump wants Beyonce, Kamala Harris, and Barack Obama arrested. Kamala Harris for paying Beyonce, quote unquote, $11 million to perform on her campaign. Let me just explain this. Beyonce can't clap back and said it best. I made $500 million on my last tour. I didn't need $11 million to endorse Kamala Harris. Period. We are not doing Beyonce slander, especially since I have a black African-American woman right now, right here today. We're not doing it. Speaking of Beyonce, T-Rex, could you play the entrance music for my guest? I just want to just do that right now. I'm tired of this crazy man in the White House. This orange dude, he's nuts. So we gonna play Cuff It because tonight she is wants to be the next Judicial Cleveland Municipal Court judge in the city of Cleveland. I feel the lady's glow energy from there. She's got her husband with her in the building. Please welcome Miss Khalilah Lawson. It is. Thank you very much. Thank you. You brought the energy, especially, you know, and I said, my sister calls her husband, so I figure you say the same thing, mister. There's always behind every great African American woman is always a great African American man.
Yes, it is.
We got to give shout out. What's your husband's name? Like, you want to give him a shout out first?
Yes, shout out to husband Timothy Lawson.
That's what's up.
My biggest supporter.
Wow, that's what's up. See, it's always wonderful to have the people that support you in there. Shout out to everybody that's listening on YouTube and watching everything else. So, what made you run for municipal court judge?
I've always had a passion to serve. I'm a Cleveland girl, born and raised from this city. I grew up on the east side of Cleveland. I graduated from Collinwood High School.
Wow.
So
up
shout
the
out
street.
to the railroaders.
All right, up the street.
Up the street.
What year you graduate from?
I can't be telling you all that now. You're going to give it away. But yeah, I came out of Collinwood High School, first generation college student, first one in my family to get a 4-year degree, let alone even make it to this point. But growing up, I didn't know any attorneys, any judges. I knew people that got in trouble, but I didn't know anybody in my family or surrounding circles that knew the court system. And I had a spirit and a heart. They have somebody who's really fighting and advocating for them and it's fair.
Right. So the thing is that you like pretty much you want that, and you're running you pretty much. What made you decide to run? So what are you doing right now before?
So right now I'm the senior magistrate at Cleveland Municipal Court. And so as a senior magistrate, I supervise all the magistrates at the court. We have policies and procedures that we create to put in place to make sure the court runs efficiently and smoothly. We handle the dockets, criminal dockets, civil dockets. We work for all 12 judges at the court. And I want to run for judge because we all gonna need a fair judge.
Right.
And I want to make sure I'm that fair judge. And I really want to be in a position where I know I can help and serve. I'm not a politician. I'm a public servant. And I want to take that spirit of service to the court. Okay,
that's what's up. So who's the seat that's opened up that's you're running for?
So the seat that it's an open seat I'm running in is currently occupied by Judge Charles Patton, and he's aging out.
He is?
Yes, he is. Judge Patton has served the court for a lot of years. He's been amazing. He's a great judge. He's a great mentor. Does a lot of amazing things on the bench. He runs the Veterans Treatment Program, which I've had an opportunity to preside over, meet with those veterans, talk with those mentors, work with those programs one-on-one to make sure that we are serving them. And I say that because I just recently got endorsed by the Northeast Ohio Democratic Veterans Caucus.
Wow.
And so that's something that's very near and dear to my heart.
Wow.
We have a lot of veterans in our family and things like that as well.
So pretty much the veterans and everything else like that. So you were endorsed by the Democratic Veterans Association?
Northeast Ohio Democratic Veterans Caucus.
Veterans Caucus, okay. Any more endorsements that you have under your belt right now?
Oh yeah, we got a whole list of endorsements under the belt. I'm endorsed by the I actually got it for you right here. I'm endorsed by the Cleveland Building and Construction Trades Council. We're endorsed by North Shore AFL-CIO, the Cleveland Police Patrolmen's Association, also endorsed by the International Union of Allied Trades and Painters, and I think I covered them all.
Okay. So you're pretty much endorsed by dang near everybody.
We're the people's candidate. We are endorsed by the unions. We support unions. I come from a working class family and just want to make sure that people know that we support the working class. And if that's who's standing behind me, that's who I stand for and stand with, and always want to make sure that we are representing them in everything that we do.
So pretty much what made you get into legal is because you've seen people in trouble that look like you, correct?
And also here, I'm going to give you a funny story. Well, not even funny story, it's a real story actually. Have you heard of a movie, A Time to Kill?
Yeah.
So that's one of my all-time favorite movies. Love that movie. And I watched that movie when I was 8 years old. Probably shouldn't have watched The Time to Kill when I was 8, but my parents let me. I come from, freedom fighter home, and, my dad is just very big on history, on reading, philosophy, things like that. And so I watched that movie, and it was so inspiring. The way I saw Matthew McConaughey defend Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
And that closing argument, woo,
Yeah, it was a closing documentary. Like, they should all die. I kill them again. I felt that line.
I hope they burn it.
Yes, I felt that line.
Right.
That, and of course, Morgan Freeman in the Shawshank Redemption, it's like one of, but The Time to Kill is like,
that's a real movie.
I'm rooting for Sam L. I was rooting for him. Yeah. And it based off of, pretty much, it was based off of that time where there was segregation to the point where it can cause death. Even though it's relevant today, but it is what it is.
It was so many different dynamics, class. Just when Samuel L. Jackson told Matthew McConaughey, we ain't friends, Jake. Our daughters ain't gonna never play together. I mean, he recognized that difference between them, but still knew what he needed to do in order to make sure he had somebody to defend him in a light where he knew that he would be absolved.
Mm-hmm. So you started out as an attorney, correct?
Yes, so I started off doing defense work. Mm-hmm. I was a defense attorney. After I passed the bar, I was a defense attorney. I did defense work for several months. And then after that, I joined the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office. Okay.
So pretty much your life has been law. If you weren't doing law, was there anything else you would be doing? Like a pastime?
I would be a teacher.
Really?
So I have a degree in English. I have a degree in English and criminal justice. I would have gone into early childhood education because I love teaching. I used to work for the Children's Defense Fund Freedom Schools before I went to law school.
You got that teacher in you. I ain't gonna say that lie. You got that teacher in you. It's like, I see you teaching like, the my son's age bracket, like the 13-year-olds or 11-year-olds.
So I've taught all grade levels. So I used to be a substitute teacher for Cleveland Public School System, for CMSD. When I was waiting for my bar results, I got my license to teach, and I worked in all Cleveland Public Schools from pre-K all the way up to senior high school. Wow. I actually taught for several months at Lincoln West English classes, high school English.
Did you ever, since you graduated from Collinwood, did you ever substitute at Collinwood?
Yeah.
Really?
I did.
How was that, going back to your alma mater and substituting?
It was amazing because you know how we always say you can be whatever you want, you can do what you want to do, and it sounds like a cliche, but when you have somebody from the same environment you came from, doing the same thing, living in the same neighborhoods, and saying, hey, I went to law school, I did A, B, C, and D, and now I'm back in front of you. You can literally do the same thing. I go to Collinwood all the time. I taught a 3 R's program at Collinwood High School, which is a civics program with the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association, where 3 R's, reading, writing, and reality. So we teach about government, Fourth Amendment rights, things like that.
Right, exactly. So you pretty much, you're showing them, hey, this is what I came from Cleveland Public Schools. I came from the same places you did, and look where I'm at now. Exactly.
Same scenarios. A lot of times, God, saving grace, God, I'm a heavy believer. I have a faith base. My father's a minister, so we grew up in the church, and I'm just grateful for God's grace over my life.
Amen to that. That's what's up, and that keeps your family together. God heard a prayer, things of that nature, because Lord knows that the devil is in the White House running rampant, scaring people, and have the Trump for vice president. I'm sorry. I'm taking shots for anybody that's listening who's a Trump supporter. I don't care, but I really don't. They gonna listen anyway, and they gonna talk about me, but I don't care. But as far as your campaigns going along, when did you start campaigning?
We started campaigning officially this year, right after we filed. We've always been in the community. We've been in the neighborhoods and things like that. So that's never changed. And I don't even think of it officially as campaigning. If you've always been serving in the community knows who you are. There's never any intent to say, I'm only doing this because I'm running. No, I do it because I serve. But, officially, January is when we filed our petitions to run for judge for Cleveland Municipal Court.
Okay. So if people want to run for judge, how many signatures do you need to run for judge?
You need 50 signatures.
That's it?
That's it. You
For
only
judge? Wow. I thought it was like I know it's like council was like 3, 4, like there's a lot of, but 50. Okay.
Yep, you need 50 valid signatures to be on the ballot for judge for Cleveland Municipal Court.
Okay. So when you get on the bench, what is the first 30 days of your, what are you first things you're going to do in the first 30 days?
So one of my biggest things is mentorship. Mentorship is so key and so important. I want to make sure that we have an avenue for students to be accessible to the court, to make sure that, they come down and they see, and we maybe have some programs set up where students can experience what court is like in real life, shadow, make sure that they understand what the legal system looks like and feels like.
Okay. And what and the court that you're running for, do they handle felonies or misdemeanors, or what do they handle?
So I'm running for Cleveland Municipal Court judge, and we handle just misdemeanors. And so the difference between misdemeanors and felonies is with misdemeanor court, or municipal court rather, the highest penalty you can face for jail time. So in municipal court, you can only go to jail if not you're getting probation, or your case is getting dismissed or something like that.
Right.
As far as penalties, felony court, that's prison.
Right.
Prison term all the way to life sentences. And so with municipal court, it's your low level offenses, but every case comes through. If it happens in the city of Cleveland, it has to come through the municipal court. Even if it gets bound over as a felony, it has to go through the municipal court. So that's why it's so important that we have great judges on the bench that are fair, that are qualified, that know the law, that understand the law, and we understand people. A lot of our litigants are pro se within the Cleveland Municipal Court, and we want to make sure that we are talking to them in a way that they understand, making sure they have the resources. We're everyday court for everyday people, and our whole goal is to make sure we're giving people resources they need. Right,
instead of trying to throw them in jail. So, because you go to jail, then if they have a job, they're gonna lose that, or things of that nature. So,
exactly.
What do you think about bail as far as low-level misdemeanors?
So what we do right now in the court, a lot of times people have personal bonds, what we call personal bond, meaning on their own recognizance. We give you a bond, but it's personal, meaning as long as you show up and continue to come to court and do what you need to do, then we want to resolve your case and work it out.
That's understandable. So the thing about it is like, if say for instance you got somebody who's a drug offender, he'd been to your court like 2-3 times trying to get it together, but fell off the wagon hard, like he fell off the wagon, like Trump is falling off anything dealing with Epstein. What do you do to this? What do you do with this person?
So I think something that's so important, and make sure we're educating the public, is the Cleveland Municipal Court has 4 specialty dockets. We have a Veterans Treatment Court docket, we have a drug court docket, human trafficking, and mental health. And so if a person has that serious of a drug abuse problem, my hope is that, and to make sure that they are a part of our drug court, because as we know, recovery is just not a one-step process. Some people's journey is a lot different, and so we would put them in this program with drug court to make sure they have resources, they have a counselor, because people do fall off the wagon, but we have to give them some form of grace. But those are why our treatment programs are so important, and we just don't have them on the regular court docket. And so those treatment programs have a graduation, they have different steps and tiers, and to make sure that we are properly diagnosing and understanding, the problems that they're going through.
Right. So here's my thing. My mother, shout out to my late mother, Anita France, was working for community assessment for 29-some-odd years as a drug treatment counselor. So, and drug treatment is very, very important. So what would be the first steps to get them on the right track if they had it, like just in case, as far as, what you would do as far as adjudication?
I think the first step is to get an assessment. You get a assessment, which we call a probation assessment. So once somebody comes into the courtroom, you see what they're charged with, and let's get them assessed by the probation department. That goes through their history to see if they have a criminal history, to see if they have any other underlying issues. That way, I'm just not making a blanket decision off of you standing in front of me without doing my research. It's just as important for our judges to be prepared when they get on the bench to understand the people that come in front of us, just as much as it's important for you to come to court and be prepared. And so as a judge, I don't ever expect to walk on the bench and not know what my docket is, not know the history or background of the people that stand before me.
So pretty much you're saying that judges need to do their jobs despite, who they're represented by, correct?
Correct. And which is the information we can get. We have a probation department that, can get that information. They do assessments. We do what's called referrals. And the person will get referred, and then we have documents in front of us that tell us, different assessment levels or, what may be best to do on this person's behalf. And our judges do a great job of that on the bench as well.
Okay. So the thing about it is like, how can God, I don't want to go to our first break right now, but we're going to be close enough to have to. But how can people get involved with your campaigning, donation, walking with you in the parades, wearing the Khalilah Lawson shirt?
Yes, we are definitely Team Lawson. So you can visit klawsonforjudge.com. That's the website, klawsonforjudge.com. We have a QR code on there. You can learn so much more about me, or email us at klawsonforjudge@gmail.com, and that's FOR, not the number 4.
FOR, not the number 4.
Exactly.
Okay, so what college did you go to as far as?
I went to Grambling State University.
So you are an HBCU grad.
Yes, I'm an HBCU grad, Historically Black College University. Grambling State University Tigers. Shout out to all the Graham fam out there.
All right. And I also see a little bit of pink in that green, so I take it you were AKA, correct?
You already know it.
I am very So I'm sure that your AKA fam are right behind you in this race for judge, correct? So how do you feel about, it's like, because it's just a thing. It's like the black fist is up and you walking and marching, got the fro going on, you got the strong black man with you. So, everything is like that. So what is it that you want to tell the people as far as, what they should know about Khalilah Lawson, the person?
I really want people to know that I'm down to earth, I'm a Cleveland girl, and I'm no different from you. I happen to be running for judge. Just like we're sitting down, having a conversation, walking into a space, there are no airs about me. We can sit down, we go in any neighborhood, any environment. I'm from the hood, I'm from the neighborhood. I know how to talk and communicate, and I love our people and the energy we have. This is not just for me. This is not just my campaign and I want to be judged. This is for my community, for every single person who stood with me to make sure I graduated, to make sure I got that scholarship. I came through Upward Bound program in high school. Just to make sure we were exposed to colleges. So this is for every single person that pushed me to be great, and I just want to do good.
So explain the Upward Bound for those who don't know. I know there's some people out there.
Upward Bound is an amazing program. It's affiliated with TRIO. Upward Bound program is a program for first-generation college students. That means that they come from a family where no one has received their 4-year degree. And when I was in Upward Bound, we were at Cleveland State University. So it's on the campus of Case in Cleveland State. Tri-C has Upward Bound programs, and they're in a lot of the CMSD schools. But it's a college-bound program where you take classes. During the school year, they offer tutoring. But during the summer, you stay on college campus. And it's from 9th grade to 12th grade. And we stayed on campus every single summer. We got a stipend, so you didn't have to worry about, I don't have no money, I don't have a job. They gave you a stipend to learn. We took classes on college campuses for enrichment. They took us on college tours. They just exposed us to so much that inner city kids typically don't get that opportunity to do. Travel, they paid for it, covered it, and all we had to do was make sure we kept our grades up. We got tutoring, we got the necessary tools, help with FAFSA forms, scholarships, and it's just a great tool for our students.
All right. You said your daddy a preacher. He still preaching?
Yeah, he's still preaching.
What's his name? What your daddy name?
My daddy's name is the Reverend Randy Reed, pastor of the Rock AME Zion Church, where my mother, Carol Reed, serves faithfully by his side as the First Lady. We're over on Kipling Avenue, right behind Collinwood High School.
Oh, my God. Randy Pastor Reed?
Pastor Reed, R-E-E-D.
R-E-E-D. That's what's up. All right,
Yes.
So we got to take a break. All this blackness, I'm just losing. I feel like
It's just so much. It's so
is
much.
Is it Juneteenth? I'm
Black
just trying to,
History
all right. It's got to be. So the thing about it is, when we come back, we going to ask the question of how you and your husband met.
All right.
All right, we're on the headline. All right, on Nerve DJs, WNRV 108.1.com. Meanwhile, we're going to take you to break with an oldie but goodie from one of my favorite artists, SZA. With Kendrick Lamar. We'll be right back on the headline. Nerve.
Let's talk about love. Is it anything and everything you offer? Or do you feel it on you? I know the feeling on you.
Cause maybe the night them my tears might let me know. All the stars are gold, sure. All the stars are gold, sure. All the stars are gold. Cause maybe the night them my tears might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gon' do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me. You and all your expectations. I don't even want your congratulations. I recognize your false confidence and calculated promises all in your conversation. I hate people that feel entitled. Look at me crazy cause I ain't invite you. Oh, you important, you the moral to the story. You endorsing, motherfucker, I don't even like you. Corrupt a man's heart with a gift. That's how you find out who you dealing with. A smart percentage you I'm building with. I want the credit if I'm losing or I'm winning. On my mama, that's the realest shit.
Let's talk about love. Is it anything and everything you offer? Or do you feel it on you? I know the feeling on you.
Cause maybe the night them my tears might let me know. All the stars are gold, sure. All the stars are gold, sure. Cause maybe the night them my tears might let me know. All
Wagwan, this is Miss BBC, your reggae woman. Make sure you tune into the Headline Eye on WNRV 108.1.
Looking for the perfect workspace? Office Lawson Solon has you covered. Whether you need a private office, co-working membership, or a virtual business address, we've got flexible options to fit your needs. Check out our 2 spring promos. Enjoy free co-working Fridays and no deposit on private office rentals. We also offer month-to-month leasing for your ultimate flexibility. Visit office-loss.com or call 216-230-9258 to lock in your space now. Office Loss, where productivity meets flexibility.
See you soon.
What do you get when you take 2 witty nerds and 2 of the best pair of hands since Techniques 1200s? Or better yet, Grandma's fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and greens on Sunday after church. Hallelujah! Then for dessert, the dopest blend of classic R&B and hip-hop joints all whipped up in one big sexy mixing bowl. You know what you get? The partying bull. Show. That's right. Heard 7 days a week. Make sure you check your station for days and times. It ain't what you used to, and it's better than what you thought. It's the most unprepared show on the planet. You never know what we gonna say or who's gonna stop by. It's the Partying Bull Show with Dave Tolliver, Tiffany Nicole, DJ Cochise, and DJ Deuce, aka the Final Four. Turn it up in the whip, turn it up loud on Saturday while you cleaning. We the best, and I ain't talking about DJ Khaled. We up and we on. Check your stations for days and times. Partying Bull-ish, cause everybody loves a party, and Bull-ish ain't always bad. I holla, yeah man.
This is WNRV 108.1.
Up this morning, you were the first thing on my mind. I don't know where it came from. All I know is I need you in my life. Yeah, you make me feel like I can be a better woman. If you just say you wanna take this friendship to another place. Can I walk with you through your life? Can I lay with you as your wife? Can I be your friend till the end? Can I walk with you through your life? You've got me wondering if you know that I am wondering about you. The feeling is so strong that I can't imagine you're not feeling it too. Yeah, you've known me long enough to trust that I want what's best for you. If you wanna be happy, then I am the one that you should give your heart to. Can I walk with you through your life? Can I lay with you as your wife? Can I be your friend?
All right, that was India Ari. I like this song, and I walk with you. You know, it's like it's saying, listen, I want to walk with you. I choose you. You choose me. So, and speaking of that segues to my next session. So we have Mr. Lawson in the building.
Shout out to Mr. Lawson.
Shout out to
Hey,
Mr.
everybody,
Lawson.
how
All
y'all
right,
doing?
that's Mr. Lawson. So what do you do, sir? You don't mind me saying?
I am the biggest supporter of Khalilah for Cleveland, so let's go Lawson.
Your last name attached to it, right? Right. She representing the fam.
Grassroots.
So, question: how did you guys meet? Who want to go first?
Let me let husband. How you want to start that off?
So
He
we
was-
met several times as kids. Grew up right down the street from her grandmother. So in the summertime, we would see each other and things like that.
No. He would see me.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I think I used to be standing outside minding my business, trying to ride my bike, had on my Air Force Ones, my fresh
You
Air
know,
Force
we just
Ones.
outside hooping, no shirts on and all that, but I saw her while I was hooping. You right.
Right. So who fell in love first?
We met again as adults. I was hanging out with some friends. Like, hey man, I met these girls at the mall. You want to go out? I'm like, no, not this weekend. We just went out. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm cool. He called her friend. She said the exact same thing in the background. She said, no, I gotta study. I can't go out. I'm cool. And both of our friends kind of
They forced it together. She's like,
Right.
you've been studying. You need a break. You need to get out the house. I'm like, no, I have something to do. I don't want to go. She's like, girl, please just come on. And so it was a blind date, obviously not knowing he was who he was. And so then when we pulled up, you know, in the cars, locked eyes, and it's like,
I know you.
oh, I know you.
Right. So how does it feel? So how long have you? So when did you? I know you proposed. When did you decide to propose?
I did. Man. When did I decide to propose?
Oh, yes.
I don't remember when I actually decided to propose, but I walked around with a ring in my pocket for a couple months. I tell you that.
Really?
So I knew for a fact.
It was in 2013.
I mean, I know when it happened.
It was 2013. Women know this. I should have asked her.
And I'll tell you this though, because this is we've always been together from that moment that we met when it was a blind date. We were pretty much inseparable after that. We worked for President Obama's campaign together.
Organizer for America.
Yeah, we worked for Organizer for America. I'm like, come on. I initially got the job first, and I was like, oh, you want to be a canvasser with me? Like, come on, let's work for President Obama's campaign. I mean, just huge election year. And again, the energy, the change, and you know, we connected over that, you know, going door to door, knocking on doors.
Hand to hand outside. All night.
All night, driving around the whole city, preparing literature. We had the older ladies. We turned the storefront into a canvassing headquarters.
Really?
Yep, the one on Lakeshore.
Young Mike Polinsky was out there with us.
You said young Mike Polinsky. He was here last week though. So
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike. But we were in that ward. We converted one of the storefronts into a canvassing campaign headquarters. I ended up turning into what was the title?
The leader of the
It was
Minions.
it was like we were over voter retention, you know, in the call centers to make sure voters, when they had issues, they would call in and make sure everything going smooth. But that was a great time. Very boots on the ground. Before boots on the ground came out.
Before boots on the ground came fashionable to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Before the song came out, pretty
Before the
much.
song came
Boots on
out.
the ground. We got Christmas cards from the White House every year. That was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You still get them now or no? Next. All right. So I'm gonna leave that alone, but throw that question away. Throw in the throwaway pile. Yeah. But when you proposed to her, what was the thoughts in your mind when you proposed to her? You said you had a ring in your pocket for a couple of months.
I did. My thought mainly was I wish my mom had a chance to meet her. Like as you stated at the beginning, I lost my mom. I lost my mom at about 19.
Oh my! I'm so sorry, man.
And she's the nicest adult that I've ever met outside of my mother. You know, and I knew like this is what I need in my life, and there was no other way.
Right. And when you said yes, what was your first thought?
I looked at him as my protector, a comforter, a safe space, and I knew I wanted somebody that would protect me at all times, and that's what he is. That's what he's been. Especially when you go through things like campaigning and being out on this trail, is so much that comes at you. A lot of negative things too, and that's why my energy, is so big. And we always want to have positive vibes, but it's so much that a lot of people don't see. And he is my best friend, and make sure he tries to shield me as much as possible. But even if we can't be shielded, he's the one that's constantly go, go, go. You got this.
So he's the thing about it is a lot of people say you magistrate, so all right, so money or nothing like that or status doesn't factor in your relationship at all.
No, and actually he used to be a police officer.
I'm retired now.
He's retired.
What? Cleveland?
No. CMSD.
CMS.
South Cleveland Metropolitan.
Oh, you was the teacher and he was he was the popo. He was the school popo.
He was the police, and so he's retired from the police force, and so it's always been like a Law and Order type household. That was our show. Love Law and Order.
Military before that.
Yeah, he was in the military. He served as the United States Army.
Okay, that's what's up.
Military, police, then I have the law background, and so we've always, just connected over that as well.
So speaking of, y'all African American, Law and Order and stuff like that, what do you think about what's going on with Law and Order right now as the injustice to African American people? Both of y'all can comment. Both of y'all comment.
Right. You need a whole nother.
It's disheartening. It's heartbreaking when you see the injustices that are happening daily to our people, and I think that's why it's so important for us to mobilize, to be vocal about injustices that we witness, that we see, and not just stand silent. Injustice on the street, in the courtrooms, wherever they encounter, because we need good and fair people in these positions, not politicians.
Not politicians. Good people, not politicians. You don't consider yourself a politician. That's a black fist up, two of them, for real. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all right now. I feel that, with what was been going on, of course, the injustices, we talk about, of course, Tamir Rice, George Floyd, Sandra Bland, people getting killed by the police or assaulted. We just had a man in Jacksonville who just got drug out of his car.
Right. And my husband being a former police officer, that was one of the reasons he became a police officer, because we wanted to make sure, just like I'm running for office, but that we have people on the streets that understand our community, because you can't be afraid of the people you serve.
I haven't had to slap nobody up not one time in 10 years.
Really?
Not once.
Not once.
There's no complaints against me, no over harassing. It's not necessary. I'm at work. You know why we're here, or either you don't, or we're either here to help you, serve you. I'm not here to be a bully. No police officer should. You shouldn't be here to push your weight around in no service position. And only real people understand that. It doesn't. Only real people understand that.
And if you're a real person, you don't have to bully, throw your weight around. People respect you for who you are. And if they see that light in you, no matter what your job is, what position, they're going to respect that. And again, it's all about a love for serving, no matter race, gender, socioeconomic background. We can all make a difference. Like I said, it sounds cliche, but if everyone do the right thing,
right, it's hard.
It shouldn't be, though. It really shouldn't be.
Yeah, people feel, and the laws have changed, and a lot of people are feeling a little bit more desperate than they have before. And with the dynamics of not only federal, but state and local. And the thing about it is, people feel like that they're not being cared about. Their issues are not being met. So as far as a judicial standpoint, when you get this position, how would you assure the people or have the people come out to vote for you to make sure that, I'm here to serve you? What do you say to them to a crowd and what do you say to them?
I hear you and I see you. A lot of times people want to come into court and just be able to tell their story and know that the judge cares and is listening. They're not being pushed off, rushed off. Timeliness If your court date is set at this time, I'm going to see you at this time. Your time is just as important as mine. One of the biggest things, people, they have children, they have childcare, they have to go to work, they have jobs. I don't want to miss my job and be late for work. I don't expect you to have to do the same thing. Being more accommodating, if maybe a Zoom option is better for you, so you don't have to call off of work, because you might not have the luxury to take off of work. You might get points, demerits, whatever the case may be. How can I accommodate you to make sure you're still getting justice and taking care of the cases that you need to take care of? When I meet people and talking to them in the street, I talk to them like an everyday person. And they're surprised, like, wait, you running for judge? You work in the court? Like, you just seem so normal. And it's like, I am.
It's like, I am you. It's
I
like,
am you.
Right.
You know, let's have a conversation. Just normal conversation. A lot of times it's the legalese that we use when we're in courts, where we're talking over people's heads, or it's condescending. I want to make sure you're understanding what I'm saying, and I need you to make sure that I understand what you're saying.
So pretty much you feel like you have the talent to get elected and to strive in this position, correct?
Yes, strive.
What do you think, husband? Mr. Lawson, what do you think, man? You think you've been around her where you think she got it, right?
So they wouldn't believe it coming from me, because of course I'm gonna say yes, but I'm gonna say ask anybody else. Ask someone else. Ask the real people how you feel. Ask the real people if they wanted somebody to say, I gotta raise my hand to tell you that I guarantee you I'm gonna do this job to the best of my ability for the next 6 years. Would you believe her if she raised her hand?
Yeah.
And I say yes. I'm sure everybody else would say yes.
So, and that is an endorsement for real. So how do y'all have children in the household? Okay. How many?
We have 2 little girls.
Aww.
Brooklyn and Britton, 7 and 11.
Ooh.
CMSD kids.
It's like CMSD kids.
CMSD kids. Our kids go to Cleveland Public School because we believe in the system. That's my husband's from Glenville, Collinwood, so we got that rivalry.
Right, a little bit of rivalry.
A little bit of rivalry, but I can't, I believe in our school system. I believe in the inner city, and I believe in our people. And so my kids attend Cleveland Public School because that's how we were raised, but we still give them a great foundation and everything else that they need. They're wonderful girls. They play the instruments, piano, violin.
They're really good.
So, and this is like the thing about it is, one I love is seeing a strong black family and the black foundation, because that's been broken down from ages to ages. I'm just glad that y'all here, because I'm feeling the energy too. I'm like, you feeling the energy, T. Rick? I'm just feeling the energy too.
It's contagious, and that's the campaign. The campaign is, we want to be contagious. We want to walk into this space and you feel, so moved and motivated by our conversation that it just goes to the next, and that energy of freshness for, being renewed and just a breath of fresh air. That's what we need. That's what our people need, and that's why I'm here.
So that's pretty much that's why you're running, because people need the fresh air rather than the regular rigmarole that they've been getting.
You said it.
Yeah.
I said it. Okay, then. All right, then. So
look, as an English teacher, what's your summary? How would you summarize?
How would you summarize your campaign thus far?
Definitely using the word vibrant, vibrant, fresh, and energized.
Vibrant, fresh, and energized. I mean, the thing about it is you have to come across like that, because people are skip the White House. We talked about the bill that DeWine signs, cutting people's things as far as benefits off, and the county feel like they're not being listened to, or they're people are just trying to talk over them, and we see this and that, and then here comes you with this bright attitude, and it's like, this different.
All right, where they find that?
It's different. And then of course, what is the one I hate to say that one downside to the campaign that you're running right now? I don't think you consider it a campaign. You consider it a people's movement or a campaign.
We consider it a movement. We call it a grassroots movement.
Just trying to get elected.
Yep.
Not against nobody. It's not a fight. We're trying to meet the people and get elected because they need and deserve a candidate that is ready to take the bench. They can make a smooth transition and also implement and highlight the good that is going on already in the court.
Yeah, because you're already a magistrate, so it wouldn't even
Senior
be
magistrate.
Senior magistrate. You the boss of the magistrate.
So it's like, the term starts January 3rd. So there's no training necessary. We're ready to hit the ground running because I've been doing the work. I've been doing the job. There has never been a gap in my legal practice ever. Didn't take any time off or say I'm gonna go do that job. I've been in the courtroom consistently my entire legal career. Look it up, it's public. We've worked back to back to back.
Right.
Been a prosecutor, bailiff, defense attorney, volunteer magistrate, East Cleveland juvenile diversion, magistrate doing probate, wills, estates, and trust, and now the senior magistrate. So I've worked in every single area of the court system. I think one of the most important things is being a bailiff because I actually had to prepare the docket and know on the back end how the court system works. So I know this court inside and out, like it's in me.
So you want to take the next step, like I guess the senior magistrate is like you need to be elected to the next step. So why, as a voter, this is should I vote for Khalilah Lawson? Why? Give me one word, 2 words, 3. Why should I vote for you as a voter?
You're gonna need a fair judge. At some point, everybody in this city is going to need a fair judge, and I will be that fair judge. I hear you, I listen to you, I see you, and I want to make sure when you're in front of me that you feel that and you know that I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart. And so I ask for each and every listener to support me, to vote for me, because I am the people's candidate. I'm for the people, I stand for the people. We are for this city.
So how can people volunteer to be a part of your campaign or donate money to the campaign or both, or just do something for Khalilah Lawson for Judge campaign?
They can visit the website, which is klawson4judge.com. So when you go to the website, there's a button on there that you can click to subscribe, or you send me an email and we get those messages. We make sure that we have Google volunteer forms that we will get to whoever signs up, and it'll say, what do you want to do? You want to canvass? You want to come to fundraisers? You want to do parades? Like, what do you want to do with us? And we make sure we have something for everybody, from the little kids to the middle to the old. It's something to do for everybody with the Khalilah Lawson campaign. You will not feel left out. You won't be overlooked. You'll be embraced. And we just want you to come out and support us. On Facebook. We're on Facebook as Khalilah Lawson. We're on Instagram. The Instagram is Law, L-A-W, Love, L-O-V-E-K, because we love the law. So it's Law Love K on Instagram. Professionals, we're also on LinkedIn. We do a lot of posting, so please like the page, follow us, follow what we're doing, and come out and join us. All is welcome. We'll get you a green t-shirt. You've heard of the green t-shirt gang?
Let's go Lawson.
Let's go Lawson. You be ready to go.
The green gang or the green pink gang or the green gang, period.
Right.
So it's like, the thing about it is, like, to anybody that's that's running right now, what is the one thing you have to say to them before we go? What is your advice to them?
Cancel out the distractions. Cancel out the noise. It's going to be a lot of noise. It's going to be a lot of people in your ear. Don't listen to them. I know that I have an assignment from God. And if you are on assignment, you go with your assignment. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't let people talk you out of your purpose. If you know you have a purpose, do it to the fullest potential despite what anybody says. Because what God has for you is for you.
Amen. Dang. That's it. That's it. I think of it. It's 8 o'clock. We got to end this shit. I thank Mr. Timothy and Magistrate Khalilah Lawson.
Thank you.
To coming on to the Headline Eye, and to everybody, shout out to Sherry Bowman, Tasha Ward, Ronnie Sears, everybody that was listening on the live and everything else, and 5 people that was listening on YouTube, pretty much, and just Mixcloud, just people listening all over the world. This is what candidates should do. This is what candidates should say. This is what candidates should, be about. Besides, there's always style, but the candidate has to have substance. I know that we have substance in this very room with Miss Lawson, Mrs. Lawson, and Mr. Lawson, and the thing about it is, if you love strong black families, these are people you got, they around your neighborhood.
We in your hood.
They are around your community, around you. Look no further than the Lawson clan. Here you go.
Here we go.
So we got to get out of here. If nobody, I got to thank you guys again. If nobody tells you they love you today, I do. This is one of my another favorite song. I got to come up with, the drums. And some people have been disrespectful to the judicial process and the other process, and this is for you. This is Shaka Khan with Mary J. Blige. Disrespectful.
Thank you so much for having us.
No problem. Peace, love, and hair grease. We out of here.
This is WNRV.